The San Francisco Giants win their third World Series in 5 years. Old Joey Madden jumps ship on the Rays, climbs aboard with the Cubbies. And we're going to round out the MLB year with some free agents and the possible teams that they could be looking to go to. All that and a tiny bit more on Tampa Bay Sports Second with Roy Stonk.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, what's going on over there? This is the inaugural edition of Tampa Bay Sports Second. I'm your host, your only host, Roy here. That noise, if you hear it, is me pissing uncontrollably and not the sprinklers in the front yard. I'm going to kick this off by congratulating the San Francisco Giants on their third World Series in 5 years. I have close ties to that ball club. Brian Sabian, the general manager, is my uncle, and another writer on this blog, Ryan Sabian. He's our uncle. We'd like to congratulate him. We're proud of him for doing that, doing his thing out there in San Francisco. Now, if only the Rays could get something like that going, that'd be nice. Brian actually started out down here. He went to school at Eckerd College. Then he coached, I believe it was assistant coach 80 to 83, then head coach 83 to 84 for University of Tampa. And then he went to the Yankees. He scouted there for a long while, scouting people like Jorge Posada, fucking Derek Jeter. Those people that have caused everyone in the American League East a lot of pain and hell over the past decade, if not more. So again, congratulations to Brian and the whole team there out in San Francisco, all the fans. It's well deserved. On to more Tampa Bay specific news. The Rays manager there, old Joey Madden, he took off. Wasn't expecting that, but what the hell do I know? And he didn't take him too long to join up there with the Chicago Cubs. Maybe he can turn something around there. I wish him luck, I guess. I feel like the way management was doing things with the Rays, the way they were bleeding players mid-season, he saw the way it was going, didn't like what he saw, so he figured he'd call it a day on the Rays. So the only prospect I've seen of a manager coming in for the Rays is actually someone that's been there for about 7 years. He spent 7 years as the bench coach. That's Dave Martinez. Like I said, he spent 7 years alongside Madden, so he knows what works. He knows the chemistry. He knows what goes on in the clubhouse. I think that would be the easiest, the best route for the Rays to go with Madden leaving and the vice president going out, to try to kind of keep that continuity, to keep someone that knows the players, knows what's going on. I just think that'd be the best thing for the team to do at this point. He's been interviewed by a number of teams in the offseason, and no bites yet, but I'm kind of hoping they hold on to him. I think that might be good for the team. But it's early yet, so we shall see. Now for the prospects, free agents, we got in the MLB, we got James Shields. Old Jamesy there, he's leaving, probably going to leave Kansas City, and they got the Red Sox looking after him. Got John Lester, Max Scherzer, both looking at the Cubs most likely, and I bet Madden's going to be happy about that, get a nice pitching staff behind him over there. And then you got Pablo Sandoval, who was just with the world champion San Francisco Giants. His contract, he's asking a little too much for what the Giants want to pay. I'd like to see him stick with him, but the Red Sox are looking at him too. So it doesn't look like the Rays, too many high-profile people looking at them, but hopefully they can get someone, because if the Sox put on who they're looking at, it's going to be a tough division for the Rays to do much. But they always seem to be up there, or at least have a chance. A ray of hope always each season, so we can always pull for them there. Now on to the Lightning, who sit tied with the second best record in the National League. They're atop the Atlantic Division there, but tied with Montreal, with Boston settled there with 16 points. Tampa Bay and Montreal with 17. They got a good team, good top line, great second line. They just got a lot of great bench players that come off and do what need to be done. So that's one team in Tampa who's really been putting on a show the past couple of seasons here, and one to keep an eye out. Just a shame that no one really pays attention to hockey, but Tampa does. Surprisingly, in the hot weather, for some reason, it's one team that you can always look for a packed house. One of the only ones. Tickets are affordable as well. That always helps. Now on to one of Tampa's biggest disappointments, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They started out the season looking like they were going to have a chance. You know, they put some pieces into play. Got a decent coach, defensive minded. That obviously didn't work out with the 2 fucking blowout losses. But we face one of those teams this week at home, the Atlanta Falcons, which won't seem to help because it didn't seem to do that when they played the Browns, who, despite their record, I don't think they are as good as that shows. Lone bright spot on the roster there. You got Mike Evans, who's putting up good numbers despite poor quarterback play. Speaking of quarterbacks, from the mouths of babes, it seems that Mike Glennon himself said that he most likely will not be starting and that Josh McCown will be at the helm there Sunday against Atlanta at home. Glennon hasn't been playing too well, but obviously they want to get a look at Josh. They gave him a 2-year contract at the beginning of the season. So you want to get a look at what he can do when he's healthy. So, fucking either way, neither one of them have looked great. As for Doug Martin in the backfield there, he hasn't played too much this season. And when he hasn't looked good. So I don't know what he's going to be doing, if he's going to be even playing. Could be him, Rainey. I'd probably almost go with Rainey at this point, the way the offensive line's blocking. But we shall see. And despite all of that, as always, I will be doing a fantasy stack of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on FanDuel, playing one of their tournaments over there. Hopefully this is the week I can win some money with them. Won some money in the past, but not with the Tampa Bay stack. But I continue to do it because I'm a fucking fool. Let me close this out by saying Orlando Magic. I realize it's not Tampa Bay, but it's all we got. They're 0-3 and right now going up against the Bulls. It's the 4th quarter and they're down. So we'll see how that ends up. You'll know before I tell you. So, well, I think that's going to do it over here at the Tampa Bay Sports Second here. This was Roy. I hope you somewhat enjoyed it. I'll be back. Keep an eye out for that, the next short podcast where I'm going to tell you who you should be stacking for your tournaments this week in your daily fantasy tournaments with the Bucks. Hey guys, thanks for listening. Take it easy.
Boom, boom, boom.
So